Hello, and welcome to our Be Strong show. Today we are live and we are super thankful to community newspapers. We are in the studio right now shooting our very first show. We are super thankful and we are glad that you are here. I am your host, Michelle Shirley, CEO and Chief Heart Officer for Be Strong International. If you have not heard of us, where have you been? We look forward to hearing from you, learning more about how we can work together, how we can partner in the community. We have been around for 30 years, teaching heart skills, healthy relationship skills to youth, to parents, to community members, to married couples. And we want you to be successful in all of your relationships. So today, I have a special guest, my very first guest, Oscar Diaz. He is a facilitator for our Marriage Matters program. So, Oscar, welcome to my show.
Hello, Michelle. Thank you for having me. For me, it's a pleasure to be in the first one, the first emission of many to come. Thank you
Right.
very much.
Thank you so much. I wanted to actually ask you before we begin about the program, how did you learn about Be Strong? Like, how did you find us and eventually land a job at Be Strong International?
Well, there's a long story for that, or a short one. I'm gonna tell the short one. Okay, a member of the Bistron family, who I knew from years ago, contact me. Now, the funny thing is that we spent like 10 years not knowing about each other, not talking, no contact. And suddenly she called me and told me, listen, we have this new project called Marriage Matters. And I thought about you maybe to be a good fit for the team that we're building. So she explained to me about the program, and I totally fell in love with it because marriages and helping marriages is a topic that I love. So I got really interested. I went to the interview, and apparently something went good because now I'm here with
Yes,
you.
yes, absolutely. And I'm so glad you said yes. It's easy to fall in love with Be Strong. I mean, we do so many amazing things within the community. And so I'm glad you're here today to share about Marriage Matters. And I want you to share with the audience a little bit more about the Marriage Matters program, what it's about. And let's hear.
Absolutely. Something that I also fell in love with was actually Be Strong International because it's the core values that we have as an organization, and it's great because everything is focused on help people, and Marriage Matters is one of the programs that we have. Uh, with that goal to help, in this case, marriages. So, Marriage Matters is a free program, no cost at all. We offer it bilingually and via Zoom or in person. So it's open to everybody. It's very available. It's packed with ton of surprises. Great curriculum that we have. Has been working marvels in the community for more than 40 years. So we've been able to see testimonies of with the people that have been through the program. Marriage Matters is not therapy, is
Mm.
not counseling. Marriage Matters is education on communication. We provide tools for the people and for the couples on how they can communicate better, how can how they can understand each other in a better way, in a more proper way, instead of sitting down to argue and to try to win the argument and whatever and begin a fight. Is about understanding each other first,
Yeah.
and that's the base of the program. It's very easy to understand. It's very easy to apply from the first class. So all the people that we've been serving, they are great testimonies of a change from broke families to whole families in most of the cases.
That's amazing. And that's the mission of Be Strong, to heal and mend the broken family.
Mhm.
And so, during COVID, we saw and we heard that there were a lot of married couples that were struggling during that time because if you were caught up in the hustle and bustle of life,
Hmm.
family, taking care of sick family members or even just children, working, people got caught up in not having to face the realities of what was happening in their marriages. And so there was a lot of couples that were separating during that time. They had to stay home and face that reality, and they realized that they didn't have communication skills. Some of them woke up and said, why are we even still together? Why are we doing this?
Hmm.
Right. And so I think it's amazing that a program like this would come about. And I wanted to ask you a little bit more about, with this divorce rate that's happening in our country, what kind of couples are you looking for when you're speaking about the Marriage Matters program? Like, what should individuals do, and how do they know whether or not this program is a right fit for them?
That's a great question because when we mention this is a program for marriages, sometimes the answer is, but our marriage is great. I mean, we don't have any problem. We're surviving. We tolerate each other. And that's precisely the kind of families that we are targeting.
Mm,
Those who are not necessarily in great struggle, but they want to get better. Obviously, uh, marriages that are going through struggles are also uh, a good target for us because we are able to help them more in a more deep way. But this is open for every couple that just want to get a better connection. They just want to go to a more profound, a more deep level of understanding and communication. And some of our couples, they had come to me and say, we always separate and take some time during a year in order to read a book together or maybe go to a seminar or maybe taking a program like this. So this year we're going to do Marriage Matters. So this is open for everybody. The only requirements is to be 18 years old and up, to be legally married, and the stage of your relationship doesn't matter. It could be newlyweds or you can be veterans in this.
right, right, right. Or empty
But
nesters, it
it's
doesn't matter.
exactly, but
Yeah.
it's open to everybody who just want to get better in communication.
That's really good. I must say that I have to put you on the spot because I was a part of the Marriage Matters program, and you weren't my facilitator, but there was a part in the program where I really felt like, wow, we were learning something called the speaker listening technique. And I've heard it before, and I must say that I didn't use it always in my marriage. And so there was a point where the facilitator said, here is a moment where you can use this technique and share what it is you might be feeling currently, what it is that you might want to express to your partner that you haven't been able to do. And so my husband looks me in my eyes and he basically says, I want to share something with you, and I hope you're not offended, but I want to share that when you stay late at work, especially when it's dark, I really get concerned. And I've never told you that. I've never shared that with you, but it is a concern for me. And I'd love for you to come home a little bit earlier. And I just said, well, wow, it took this class for us to find out about this, but it was something that was very moving in that moment. It showed me that he cared about me. But it also showed me that we needed to, like I said, we have young children. We are constantly running around trying to figure out who's doing what today, who's responsible for taking them here or there. And those things get missed. And I think it was a really amazing moment for me to find that out. And I did stop staying late at work to appease him. And it felt so good to know that he cared and we were able to share something as simple as that, but it meant a lot. But when we went to the graduation ceremony, I'm going to put you on the spot here because we go there, and it's a beautiful a night with other couples, and we really had an amazing time. But end up seeing you and Yannette walk in singing this beautiful love song in Spanish. And I'm like, first of all, I have no idea what you were saying because I don't speak Spanish, but it was so beautiful. And the atmosphere I saw just started to change. And so I'm going to put you on the spot to sing a little bit for the audience that might be watching, because maybe some of them are watching right now and they're interested in being a part of this amazing program. So I want you to sing a little bit and then talk about the graduation ceremony.
I usually do my singing under the shower, but but this is something very special. Let me tell you first this. This came up as an idea, like what can we do to facilitate the couples to a platform to be creative, to be courageous, and to be bold in order to express uh, in front of their other couples the love. Because one of the problems that we have in community is, have you heard this before? We don't love each other anymore.
Mm,
We don't love, the romance is not there anymore. We just tolerate. We just used to be together, and the thing is that we don't understand that love has different stages
mm.
in a relationship, and most of the times we're not mentally prepared, emotionally prepared to go to the next stage. So
That's
learning
good.
how to move with it also benefits us to to get the best of each stage of the relationship.
That's really
So
good.
this song that you're talking about, coming back to the song,
Yeah, you're not
the
gonna
lyrics,
escape singing the song today.
the lyrics talk about an eternal love.
Mm.
That it says, we spend so much time together that you have the flavor of myself in you, and I have the flavor of you myself. So in eternity, I don't know what's going to happen in eternity, but in eternity, you will have the taste of my kisses in your lips. That's most of
What?
the.
What?
So the song goes like this: Cuánto tiempo disfrutamos de este amor, nuestras almas se acercaron tanto así que yo guardo tu sabor, pero tú llevas también sabor a mí.
Wow. And then Yannette
That's just the
comes
first.
and she starts singing her part. It was just
Yeah.
amazing. It was amazing. That's really, really cool that you did that. Thank you for allowing me to put you on the spot to sing that.
I don't usually do this in
Um,
camera.
really amazing. But then there were other couples who started to say,
Yes.
right?
Now the result was this. Another a husband suddenly stand up and said, "Listen, I just want to sing a song for my wife."
I
And
saw
everybody
that.
was like, "What?" Because all his personality was not telling about these guys coming up with this
Right, right, right.
idea. But he went great because he actually impersonated a famous singer from Europe, from Spanish, the Spanish market. And everybody was like crazy, like, oh my God. And then another couple, you know what? We want to make the dance. We want to dance. Well, we danced the day we got married. And they did it great.
I saw it. I saw
So
it.
that was the goal of doing something creative in order to motivate others to show the love, because this is, us men usually are like, honey, you know that I love you, I don't have to be telling you this all the time.
Right.
But no, that's wrong. That's We need to express it because our wives needs to hear it. Someone told me once, it is important for your wife to know that she is loved, but it is better to see it, to feel it.
Mm.
It's not just that I know that he loves me. It's like he's proving me he's loved in a tangible way, in a visible way, every day.
So
So
good.
that ignites the fire and brings back the romance in the situation.
It does. It does. It does. Because on a second night, because I usually attend the graduation ceremonies just to give my words to the couples and to encourage them to continue on their journey, I actually myself serenaded my husband one of these
I was
shows.
about to say that.
Yes, I love you, babe, if you're watching. And I did it for him, and it was an amazing time to be able to share with him and express how I felt through song. And again, it's the igniting of that romance in the room that's really contagious, and that's what we want. We want love in the room to be contagious and to spark new adventures, and again, like what you said so beautifully, the stages of love as people grow together over time can only become more and more beautiful
Mhm.
as we grow.
Yeah.
So
And the
really great.
classes, the marriage matters classes, are designed to provide a space on every class. So they don't have to wait till the end of the program. No, every day of every class, they will have the opportunity to learn a new tool, a new way, a new strategy in order to be creative, in order to understand your partner. Because the most important thing when you sit down with your wife or your husband to talk about a important issue is not only the issue or the subject itself, is how we feel about it. So if I understand how my partner feels, I will understand why she or he behaves in a certain way, why he or she says this and that, or and it's easier for me just by understanding how she feels, how he feels, and that's the goal of this, to connect in through the understanding of each other.
Absolutely, because everything begins with understanding, right?
Hmm.
So I think that's amazing. Now, I want to ask you, because we're here and we're talking about our experiences with the program, but we can seem a bit biased, right? Because we work at Be Strong, we love working there, and we love the couples that come through our program. But I want you to share some testimonials, if you have any,
Oh yes,
about people who have gone through and have said to you, Oscar, this was amazing, and so forth. What?
there
Yeah.
is a great testimony that it always is hitting my mind and my heart about a couple who, at the beginning of the program, he was very punctual and said, "Listen, we're going to take the program, but we're going to take it separately because Marriage
Mm.
Matters is provided through Zoom platform or in presence." They were taking the virtual platform through Zoom, and he said, "We're going to connect from different places because we're not living together right now. We're
Wow.
married, and we try to give this like at the last
Wow.
chance."
Wow.
So I said, okay, let's do it. If you are willing to commit to do it, let's do it. And something happened because on the fourth class, everything changed so dramatically that it is like a cliche saying like it was something magical happened, but really something happened. And they became the most lovely couple. They took a week off. They went on vacation. And we
What?
also, as a case manager, I provide a reposition class for them. So I said, okay, don't worry, just go to your vacation. When you come back, we will
Wow.
uh, take that class again. And when they came back, something happened in that trip. I don't know exactly what was it, but they were totally in love again, together, taking the classes together, and not sitting in. They were sitting next to each other
So good.
until the end of the program. And I told them, listen, I would like to have your testimony. I would like to have your experience by greeting or something. Tell me about your story because it was so dramatic, the change in a positive way. There's
Wow.
another couple, older couple, that they are so humble and willing to still learn. They're in their 60s, 70s. So this guy is so open, this gentleman is so open to ask questions and to learn new things that it always touches my heart. And I have a special place for this couple in my heart because of
Yeah.
their willingness to still work on getting a better relationship.
Yeah. It shows that commitment,
Hmm.
right? Like, no matter what, no matter how seasoned we might be in our marriage, I'm committed to learning and still committed to knowing more about my partner and ways that I could be a better spouse. That's amazing. And I think that's one of the qualities that we all need, right? The humility to say, I'm willing to
Absolutely.
learn more
Absolutely.
and I'm willing to gain the tools,
Yes.
right?
In
Yeah.
Marriage Matters, we have a saying: marriage matters, and there's hope for yours.
Yep. That's beautifully
Hope.
done. Yep.
Always have that word in mind.
Yeah.
Things can be changed for the good.
Yep. I love that. I love that. That's so exciting.
Hmm.
So, to be on my show, you have to be daring enough to play our game. So, this is our
So you're
game.
putting me in the spot again.
I'm going to put you on the spot again. This is our newest game, and it's called Social Yaks. And it's a tool that we created where we want couples, family members, friends to engage in connecting with one another through healthy dialogue, learning more about each other, increasing social empathy, learning about each other's different perspectives. And so, this game is a really fun way for people to come together, get to know each other, laugh, um, dig deeper. It's 4 stages of the game, and you can learn more about our game on our website, bestrongintl.org, and click the Social Yaks page area. And so I am excited. And we've been playing this game in schools, we've been playing it with other nonprofit organizations, with leaders. It's just been a really amazing time. And so I'm going to have you play. And this isn't even the right way. I'm just shuffling some. This isn't even the right way to play the game. The rules are on our website, but I'm going to shuffle some of these cards, and it's up to you whether or not you want to be daring. The first stage, which is the break the ice polar bear, is a little bit lighter questions, and the darker colors are more daring questions. So pick whichever one.
First of all, I love this game, Michelle. I love this game. The first time I played this, because this is more than a game. This is a tool to provide an open space to get to know other peoples, and you can play this in your family, with your spouse, with strangers, and after this you're not strangers anymore.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm taking the dig deeper.
Okay,
Because I
go for
want
it.
to go deep. Oh God, it says, what mistake do you keep making over and over again?
That's a tough one.
There's only one, right, that I have to mention, because there's several. What mistake do you keep making over and over again? Well, there's something that I regret, and is probably not believing myself enough in myself. When I have something in my heart to develop, or an idea, or something to do that pops in my heart, sometimes I'm afraid of going and take action on that. Because probably, and this is something common in other people too, probably we don't feel like we have enough to give. We have an idea and say, that's probably not that good an idea. Or maybe it is a good idea, but probably something did it better first. So why should I try it, right?
Wow.
And sometimes that comes to my mind, and I learn how to deal with it. But most of the times it's a struggle. So I regret not believing in myself more. I'm learning. Being at Be Strong taught me that I need to be strong. So,
Right.
so that's been good for me. But I'd say that's a mistake that I still have on my table every morning, and I have to deal with it in the mirror. But that's a good thing, because it also pushes me to get better.
Yeah, and I think we all face in some point of our lives these fearful moments. But I want to commend you, just even as your visionary, that from the time you've landed at Be Strong, you've been absolutely amazing. You've
you.
been super, just phenomenal in every way, going above and beyond. And it means so much to me to have people that can come alongside me and continue to work on this vision together. It's really amazing. And so I don't see any fear in you at all. Thank you for
That's
even
because I
coming
learned from
on.
you. I learned from
Well,
you to be
right.
courageous.
Right. Well, be strong and courageous. Definitely want to plug that in. So I am grateful for you being here, and I definitely will say that. And I'm probably doing stage 4 of the game, which is use wisdom, right, where you get to share with someone else how you feel about them. And so I just want to encourage you that you're amazing, and I'm thankful for even taking all of the fear factors off and coming on a show today with me for the first time. And so I just want to thank you again. I do want to say, basically share with the audience now, like, how can they sign up for Be Strong's Marriage Matters program? How can they learn more about what to do next if you have audience members right now that are listening to the program?
Yes, it is very easy. Our next cycle of classes, the next cohort, begins on October. So we have until the 4th of October. This is very important, until the 4th of October to register. But don't wait till that date. You can start doing it today. How? There's going to be some information in the screen now. You can go to bestrongintl.org. Look into programs, look for Marriage Matters, and fill out the registration form. We will receive your information and we will contact you. You can send an email, in this case to myself, Oscar at bestrongintl.org, or you can call to the number that is in the screen using the extension 116. The number is 305 969 7829, extension 116, and we will contact you as soon as we get the information.
That's awesome. So I'm excited. I do want to say to our audience that definitely learn more about Be Strong INTL, what we're doing. We're doing some incredible work in the community, not just with marriages, but you'll learn more about what we're doing with parents, what we're doing with youth, the real grassroots community work that we're doing across Miami. And we're, again, really thankful to community newspapers for allowing us to be here today to showcase our wonderful program with about marriage matters. And I just want to say to anyone in the audience right now, whether you're struggling in your marriage relationship or with anything that you might feel like, my relationships aren't where I want them to be, whether it's with my marriage, whether it's with my family member, a spouse, a loved one, maybe it's a child, whatever that case is, just know that it's never too late to get the tools to start over again. We encourage you to find and understand, who you're becoming and where you want to go. And an agency like Be Strong is there to assist you in whatever way we can to connect you to the right resource. Again, it's never too late to be who you want to become. Every day we have the beautiful opportunity to start over again. And I'm encouraging, if you don't like where you are, start over again, reach out to us, let us see how we can help you, and all the best. And remember to definitely be strong.